Whoa, nah. We about to get back at it. What's up? Okay. We are in a big crisis, and we are constantly battling against the very cure of this crisis. Year in, year out, decade, century, whatever. Our very own pride is our downfall in human society. Because, you don't see none of the animals destroying the world at all, do you? They go on day in and day out doing their thing. And everything's copacetic. You know what I'm saying? They were formed out of the ground just like man to do what they're supposed to do in the world. And you don't see none of them out trying to outdo one another. There's only one honeybee. You don't see any other bees trying to do what the honeybee does. You know, there's only one giraffe, there's only one lion and tiger and all this other stuff. And you don't see any of them trying to outdo any of them. The only thing that gives us the decency of being above animals is that God gave us dominion over animals. That's the only reason. That don't necessarily make us any smarter. Just was given rule to rule over. And from my perspective, it never once said that we came from monkeys. If that's the case, then the very people that calls other people monkeys, well, aren't you human too? Okay, we got this deal that's coming up in November. So it says right here, it says, and they prayed and said, Thou Lord, which knowest the hearts of all men, show whether of these two thou hast chosen. Now when it comes to it, something's better than nothing. Okay? And if you got a pile of nothing, sitting here talking about doing something, you can't get something from nothing. Come on, everybody know that rule. But like I said before, even God found favor in sinners. You know, because we're not all going to get it right. This is really hard, to try to do the work of the Lord. But if we want God to bless America, we got to understand that God, He said He loved the world. We got to stop being so prideful and try to single out everybody else from God when we ask for blessings, for number one. Come on, right? I know one thing. America has stretched forth the word of God, in their way, because the brothers out of this book has already went into America. If the children of God wasn't in America first, then tell me why is the Mexicans and the Indians and the Colombians and all these other people that are from children of God here already? In here. Pride is the killer of all of us. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's not no black and white thing, bro. It's just plain good and evil, man. When you are selecting a candidate, you have to put it. If you want a blessed world, then you have to wear the scales out on who is favorable for blessings from God. Because if you think that man can bless this whole country, you got it all wrong. Because you know, when it comes to pride, tell me how is it that we are all suffering in this so-called, America that everybody takes pride of because they're a certain gender or color or whatever, I don't know. We do not have any understanding when it comes to, hey, if this person don't make it, I'm not gonna make it. Because somewhere down the line, right now we are in the times where freedom has reigned. But when it comes to our candidates, we got one on one hand who is definitely trying to put it to where they want to reverse time and everything, go back in time and everything. I mean, some people are seriously prideful. They got the mental stressed out when it comes to being a leader of this world. When it comes to being a leader is a person that does the right thing. All across the board, no matter if you get in trouble for it, people hate you for doing the right thing, then that's the wrong people of the situation. That ain't got nothing to do with the people who you are trying to protect and save. There's a woman out here, she's a mayor. She kept the, you know what I'm saying, she kept the deal going on when it came to the C-19 stuff. And I mean, you don't just jump in the water head first. No, you put your toes in that first, go foot first. And you know, if you're gonna hate a person for trying to do the right thing by you, it's the sense of asking for a leader. Because it's obvious you don't know what it takes to be a leader. You don't know how to make the leader decisions. And you definitely will lead everybody to death. If you would get mad at somebody trying to save your life. You dig? But, you know, we're going to come out of Exodus 1:6. And then Exodus 1:6, it says this. Now, I want you to keep up with this. Alright? Because this is really like a big mind blower to some people. Because they don't get it. I preached on this before. It says, now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt, never captive. They were never captive. Reuben, Simon, Levi, all them, 12, whatever, right? But now, it says here, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70. Okay? And that's when it said, now rose up a king over Egypt, okay, which knew not Joseph, all right, and said unto him, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. And that's when the panic happened. And we was talking about how You know, there's a, pride opens the door to panic. And we've been mingling and mixing in this world for the longest. And when it came to people who actually went and captured the tribe of Israel over here in America as well over there in Africa, those were the real captors. And this is 400 years exactly. Sometimes some things just be misunderstood until it be revealed. But you have it to where these candidates, I mean, come on, right? There was one minority that was ever hired to run this world that we know of. But to tell you the truth, I believe there was way more minorities that was president before this one. And they hired him twice. So is that a 2-for-1? You know what I'm saying? Don't quote me on that. And yeah, so what happened is, it's a balance that has to be put back in place to show, what you call that? You know what it called? Well, you know what it's called? That dominant. That domination is what has to be balanced. Of who's what and what's what. You know what I'm saying? That's like when this man got in office, that little boy got blown away over there in Florida. Trying to show some balance but they sent the idiot on that mission. Somebody from the tribe killed their own damn tribe for a tribe that don't like none of the damn tribes. But the stigma of it all is that the pride promotes panic. I mean, come on, right? We've been doing this since we've been. It didn't even take for us to be captured to do this. We've been mixing and mingling since the world was born. You did? Some people act like they came from white planet and black planet and Japanese planet and all that. Man, come on, bro. All you people with all these different colors and features and everything, bro, comes from straight up the sack of one man named Adam. Now here's the big kicker. We want to be so dominant about things, but don't know what it takes to actually be successful in, you know what I'm saying, ruling a nation. If we are God's children and God said, hey, you know, by me, all things are possible, you know? And why do you leave them out? If you so much want God to bless America, why are you having all this mispracticing of the Bible? There will never be a leader that can actually rule in the name of God, because they don't require him. They don't ask for him. They don't ask for him because they definitely don't celebrate the traditions of him or anything. Instead, they does man traditions that causes God to be angry with man, because this is his world. But everybody wants to rule what they didn't make. You didn't make this world, but you want to destroy it. We out of time. Let that marinate. And I hope that we can understand what we're doing this election. May the angels say amen, and let the world say word.